hear a faint familiar, long forgotten song, an ancient melody reminding me I can depend on love's sweet yellow voice to sing me awake. The nightmare is over, I am ultimately safe.
Hey everybody, it's Sandy Alemian, and I'm here today with Unwavering Strength Ambassador Bill King. Hey Bill, nice to see you.
Hi Sandy, thank you for having me on.
Cool. So Bill, today we're talking to people about this whole concept of unwavering strength. And what would you like to share with people who are watching right now? Like, what is it? I know you have an amazing story that you've gone through. And how did you go from like total fear to finding that source of unwavering strength inside of you?
It was kind of interesting. It was actually through silence, believe it or not,
Wow.
that I can find unwavering strength in anything, whether it is, trying to overcome a fear, or even whether I'm writing a new book. It's when I get silent, it tends to come out and give me that strength.
So that's interesting because this is such a noisy world that we live in, right? With all the electronic stuff that we have around us, there's so much that can distract us away from ourselves. How do you cultivate that silence?
Well, you almost have to schedule it. So for me, I actually do. I literally go into a state of stillness and quietness each morning and night, and then if I'm getting ready to do some writing, like if I'm starting a new book or something, I will then just really work on getting quiet and silent, and then just see what comes up. And then as stuff comes up, that's when the beauty comes up with the creativity.
So when you set aside that time to get silent, is your mind chattering? I know I sometimes joke that I have a monkey mind because the mind can be so busy. So do you have to just sit in that?
Mm-hmm. Well, it's very different. In the morning, it's not as loud. But what I found is that when I wake up in the morning, if I just keep my eyes closed instead of opening them up, it tends to keep it quiet. Now at night, it can get pretty loud, and so whenever it gets loud, I may start a mantra that I just repeat over and over again, and then I finally drift into that stillness and quietness.
I love that space that you're talking about, that space of stillness and quiet. And to me, I would call that the essence of my soul. And it's beautiful. There's so much wisdom that's there. So were you always like this, Bill?
Oh, absolutely not. No.
What brought you to it?
I've kind of, I think that when I started asking a different question, it really started changing. So I started asking, I've been working on myself. Everything was about myself for probably 10 years. And then I woke up one day and said, okay, how may I serve? And I just kept asking that question until I got an answer. And then when I did, wow, it was very strong. And I wrote my first book in 3 days. So
wow, I just got goosebumps.
I'd never written anything before. I actually failed English in high school, to give you an idea.
Wow.
So I never would have ever guessed to write the book. I would have.
Very cool.
I have answered in silence. I listen at length to the calling of my heart, unwavering.